Hello, true believers. This is Doc Hogg, and welcome to episode 63 of Comics and Variety. If you like this channel, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, and for the sake of YouTube's search algorithm, please do hit the like button. Alrighty, before I move on to my review of Dial H for Hero, I want to mention a couple of indie comics that I am backing. The first one is Seven Legions by Michael Beacon. It is about a samurai, Hiko, who will have to take on the mantle of an angel, Azrikal, to basically save the galaxy. It's a good mix of science fiction and epic fantasy. I explained in my last video why I was going to back it. It now has about 4 days left with still quite a ways to go on its goal, so let's get it the rest of the way. The next one is Six Gun Gorilla by Brian Christgau. I got this wrong last time. I said there was about 6 days left on the campaign. In fact, there is just over 9 days left. It has a fixed goal of $3,000, very, very modest. It is almost 40% of the way to its goal, but that's still a good ways off, so let's get it the rest of the way. Really, I think the best way to describe this, this comic book is a Clint Eastwood Western with a gorilla playing the part of Clint Eastwood. And then finally, there is a new one called The Grim Reaper by John Gallagher. It has a extremely modest goal and a flexible goal too of $1,000. It has only 4 days left on its campaign. The short of this comic book is that a man who dies in the afterlife, he gets a chance to become the new Grim Reaper. I'm going to talk more about this comic after my review of Dial H for Hero. Suffice to say that I have backed this comic, and I think you should as well. Alrighty, let's review Dial C for Crap. We'll start with the cover. I mean, doesn't that cover just blow blow you away? New phone, who dis? Reminds me of another great cover from another great comic book. In this comic, the premise is that people can be turned into a superhero when they pick up a special telephone called the H-Dial. And one person who does so is a hero called Lolo Kikyu. You know, I'll just give myself high blood pressure saying what a bad name that is, so let's move on. Next problem with this comic book is that it is very hard to follow what is going on from one page to the next. You see, the villain, Mr. Thunderbolt, has hacked the H-Dial, and now everyone in Metropolis has picked up the phone and become a superhero. And that gives you great art like this. So, we get all the superheroes who are, I guess, out of control. Then on the next page, we get someone named Miguel who is supposed to pick up the H-Dial because he can be the hero Metropolis needs right now. But he doesn't want to pick it up because, you know, maybe he doesn't want to be in this comic book. And as we'll see, that's for good reason. So the next page we get Lolo Kikyu, and she sees a plane going down and wants to do something about it, but needs a hero who can fly her up to the plane, but she can't find one. I mean, if I were looking for that hero, I'd ask this old guy, right? You certainly wouldn't try to find any of these guys in the double splash page, would you? Then she is on some turned over car or bus trying to get people out, but what has happened to the plane? On the next page, we get some utterly irrelevant interplay between two heroes called Fuzzy Lollipop and Business Affairs Mafioso. Sort of mixed in with that, there is more Miguel not wanting to be a hero. And oh, Miguel, you really don't want to pick up that phone. At any rate, we are then back to Lolo Kikyu. And she has found heroes that can fly, but now she doesn't seem to, want to reach out to them. And so Miguel has finally picked up the H-Dial. And here we really see why he didn't want to pick up the H-Dial. He's super Mexican. Super Miguel. And I'll just tell you this, Miguel. All that's left for you now is to go find a big hunk of kryptonite, tie it around your neck, and jump in the Hudson. I guess all those little Latino boys and girls needed a superhero role model to look up to, and the one they'll look up to is someone who is called Super Miguel. I guess the writer of this comic, Sam Humphries, must really know what Latino boys and girls want, because clearly he has a lot of experience growing up with Latino stuff. So Super Miguel saves the plane, but not without some help. And look at one of the characters who helps, this one on the left. Here is that same character, all of about 4 feet from Lolo Kikyu, just a few panels before she is looking for someone to fly her up to the plane. Okay, let's just finish this up by taking a quick look at the comic book orders for Dial H for Hero. These are, of course, from Comicron, and these numbers, again, don't show actual sales to customers. They just show orders placed by comic book stores. And you'll see here that the first issue in March had over 21,000 orders, and the next month there is a drop of over 40%. And the numbers keep dropping. Excluding the March to April drop, the orders have declined an average of 9% per month. What a shocker. I'll just finish by saying that I hope the title of this comic is soon changed to Dial C for Canceled. Alrighty, let's move on to something much better, and that is The Grim Reaper. This comic is written by John Gallagher, who sent me a preview with some art. And the plot is easy to summarize, which is always good. A fighter pilot named Manfred is shot down and dies, and in the afterlife he is offered a job as the new Grim Reaper. And he must take down an undead Frankenstein-like monster that is on a murder rampage. I always wondered, how does the Grim Reaper take out somebody who is already dead? I guess we're going to find out. There will also be these cosmic entities running around that represent different ways to die, and you can see some of them right here. And this reminds me a bit of Jason Meadows' Tales from Nerosville in this sense. It's got great humor. I mean, at least that's how I take that first dialogue bubble there. But it's not getting enough love on Indiegogo. I mean, it has a very modest goal of $1,000, and it is a flexible goal, but it's not even, 70% of the way to its goal. And, not only is there a good story and humor, the art is very good. I mean, in my last video, I talked about how important it is that every panel in a comic book displays some type of movement, even if it is a scene where the characters don't have to move. And here you have it. The hand with the gun isn't moving, and neither is the gent who is about to be shot. But if you look around the eyes, you'll see the wrinkles that are added there, and it makes it look like he has just gone wide-eyed. It's really nice. And just overall, the art is really good. On this page here is a scene that just again really indicates, not only good art, but it shows that Gallagher really seems to know how to tell a story. Unfortunately, this campaign only has about 4 days left. So why don't you all reach into your wallet and give the Grim Reaper some love. Okay, that music means that it is time for Hogg's Headlines, all the news that Doc Hogg wants to report on. Dateline, her friends did her a favor. The Mirror reports a vegan who was pranked by her friends after a drunken night out has reported them to the police. Their crime? They fed her a bunch of chicken nuggets after telling her they were vegan nuggets. The 24-year-old says she has been a vegan for 10 years and has not eaten meat since she found out where it came from when she was only 3 or 4 years old. After going to a party where she admits she got white girl wasted, she says her friends thought it would be funny to feed her chicken nuggets as a prank. Got wasted and had chicken nuggets? Some people would consider that to be the best of evenings. Muchacha bonita, la perla es más raja, en todo Jalisco es me Guadalajara. Anyway, she may like to drink, but clearly she doesn't have a sense of humor. After her friends posted a video of the prank on Instagram, the woman made a copy and reported it to the authorities. She then went on Reddit and wrote about it. One of the commenters on Reddit, I think, put it best. Quote, "You're pressing charges over chicken nuggets? You have a moral stance against meat. That's fine, but it's not a life-threatening allergy." It's absolutely a thing for them to do. They aren't friends. They should be ashamed. But pressing charges is just way too much. Surely her friends knew that she didn't have a sense of humor. So why did they do it? I mean, what could it be about her personality that might have made the prank nearly irresistible to them?
I'm gonna start with my confession to avoid acts of aggression. I did not write all the words of this song. I had 20 co-writers, and you'll hear about them as I go along. Leonardo da Vinci said, "The time will come when we will look upon the murder of animals as we now look on the murder of men." George Bernard Shaw said, "I don't eat my friends." He also said, "A mind of the caliber of mine isn't made from eating cows." Paul McCartney said, "To save the world, we gotta stop eating meat right now."
Alrighty, that's all for now. Until next time, have a very nice day.
And Peter, not Peter with the wolf or Peter Pan or Peter Pumpkin Eater, but Peter, I mean the acronym PETA, P-E-T-A, say, animals are not ours to eat, wear, experiment on, or use for entertainment. Durian Ryder said, animal lovin' ain't shoving them in the oven. And Will Kellogg, the cornflake guy, said, how can you eat anything with eyes?